So in the last class, we are discussing about the operators. Within the operators, we have seen first one is arithmetic operators, where arithmetic operators are used for doing some mathematical operations. And the second one is assignment operators, which are used to assign the values to a variable. Okay, so it is going to assign the value. So assignment operator example is a is equal to a plus 1. For example, a is equal to 10 you are having, and a is equal to a plus 1. First 10 plus 1, that is 11. 10 plus 1, whatever the 10 plus 1, which is equal to 11. This 11, again, it will assign to a. If this is already available, means it is going to create a new object. If it is a immutable, if it is immutable, it will replace, right? So these are the things which we have discussed in the last class. Now in today's class, we are going to continue in the next one called as comparison operators. So in the last class, whatever we have done, the two operators, one is arithmetic operators, or the second one is assignment operators. Okay. And in today's class, we are going to start the next one called as comparison operators. Now these comparison operators will return the output either true or false. They will return the output as true or false. Whereas in terms of arithmetic operators has written the value. So whatever the arithmetic operation we have done, after the arithmetic operation, it is going to return the some kind of value. But whereas comparison operators always returns the output as Boolean only. The importance of Boolean comes now. So where the comparison operators are used to compare between the values. They are going to compare between the values, not between the data types. So for example, 3 is equal to 3.0. Whether this is both are equal or not, means they are comparing value wise, not based on the data type wise. So as I have told you already, equal to symbol. If you are writing only one single equal to, means the left side value, the right side, whatever the right side you are having the value, this value will be assigned to the left side variable, right? So it is going to assign to the left side variable. This is a assignment operator. Single equal to is called as assignment operator. Now, if you want to compare between the operators, if both of them are equal, means then you have to use double equal to. This is called as comparison operator. Single equal to is called as assignment operator. Double equal to is called as assignment operator, right? Done. So now here we are having with respect to this 45 greater than 34, whether it is a true or false. So here, what are the different types of operators we are having? Miss, the first operator is greater than or equal to. For example, if you want to represent the greater than or equal to like this, the same thing in Python will be represented as greater than or equal to. Similarly, less than or equal to will be represented as less than symbol followed by equal to symbol. Less than, equal to. Exactly equal to means double equal to. Not equal to means not equal. So these are the 6 different types of comparison operators. Greater than or greater than equal to, less than or equal to, exactly equal to, and not equal to. All of them, all the 6 operators, the output will be either true or false. For everything, it is going to return either true or false only, right? So here, the 45 is greater than 34, whether it is true or false. So it is 45 is greater than 34. So it is true. So it is going to print the true. 56 is less than 23, whether it is true or false. It is a false because 53 is not less than the 3. So the output is false. Now, if you are writing 45 equal to 45 exactly, now it is going to throw error because this is the value and this is as the variable. It is assuming this 45 as the variable, and since the variable cannot be started with the numerical value, it is going to throw an syntax error. It will throw the output as syntax error, assuming the 45 as the variable name. From my perspective, I want to compare between whether these both of them are equal or not. Then you have to use 45 double equal to 45. Otherwise, you are going to get a syntax error. It assumes by default, whenever you are writing a single equal to, by default, it is assignment operator and left side will be automatically variable only. Okay, you can't take the left side the value. You can't compare with the left side value by using a single equal to. Comparison you have to do means double equal to. So double equal to 45 is double equal to 45 means yes, it is true. 3 is not equal to 5. True or false? True. 1 is greater than or equal to. So here, first, while speaking in English language, first we are saying that greater than or equal to, you are saying not equal to greater than. We are using the word called as first greater than or equal to, the word like this we are going to use. So when whatever the way we are speaking, the same way we are going to represent, that is greater than or equal to. So greater than or equal to means either it should be greater or at least equal. 1 is greater than or equal to 1. Either it should be greater or equal, any one. So here, so I'm having, it is not greater, but it is equal to 1. So output is true. 5 is less than or equal to 4. So the 5 is less than or equal to 4 means either 5 should be less than or at least equal. Both of them not. So it is going to return the false. Now 45 is double equal to 45.0. Now 45 whether it is equal to 45.0. Yes, both of them value wise same, data type wise different. Comparison operators are used to check between the values only, not between the data types. Value wise whether both of them are same or not. We are seeing that one. So since both of the values are same, so it is printing in that way. Now here 3 into 3 is less than 4 into 2. So now if you observe here, there is arithmetic operator and there is a comparison operator. Two operators are there. When we are having, whenever we are having more than one operators, then we have to go with the precedence. The precedence is first we have to do the arithmetic operators followed by comparison operators. Order is in the Python, the order is first arithmetic operators followed by comparison operators. So here in this case, first arithmetic operators. What is this arithmetic operators is multiplication. So first you have to complete the arithmetic operators. If all the arithmetic operators are completed, then only you have to move on to the comparison operators. So 3 is 3 into 3, that is 9, and 8, 4 into 2, 8. First you have to complete these two. After that, now you have to compare. Okay, now 9 is less than 8, which is false. So it is going to return the false. In Python, small high and caps lock high, whether both of them are equal? No, it is a case sensitive. This is a different object. This is a different object. Value also different. Not only object, value also it is completely different. So it is false. Both are not equal. Is that clear? Comparison operators. Comparison operators with numerical values. Comparison operators with the strings. Both of them. Right? Now, next type of operator is called as logical operator. Okay. Next one is called as logical operators. Now, logical operators means in terms of here I'm having with the or and not. Three are there. Okay. Within the logical operators, you are having or and not. Now, what is meant by logical? Logical operators are. What is meant by or and? For example, let us assume like this. You have completed the data science course and in the job description, they have given like this. Okay, job description is like this. One should be good at Python, statistics, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and along with that, one should be good at SQL or Tableau. Something they have given like this. Now, what is the meaning of this? You should be at least good at one of them only, or you should be good at all of them. All of them. So how you are understanding that all of them means they are going to use the word called as and. End means all of them. If they use the word called as or means any one of them. Or means any one of them, end means all of them, right? So here or, whatever the or is there, or means any one of given, whatever one of them, any one of them. Whenever there is a word called as end, all of them, you have to think all of them. Okay, so now, so here we are having with respect to the logical or and logical and operators. So these logical operators, what are the logical operators are there? The logical operators are also going to return the output as Boolean values only. The logical operators also returns the Boolean values, which is either true or false. Okay, it is going to return either true or false. It is also going to return the Boolean operators, right? The output as. Now here, what I'm going to do is I'm having condition number 1 or condition number 2. Two conditions are there. This is condition number 1 and this is condition number 2. Now, between all of or is there means any one condition should be true. If one of the condition is true means true, or any one of the condition is true means the final output you are going to get true. The second condition is choice, optional. Whether the second condition is true also, output is true. Whether it is false also, the output is false. The second condition is optional. Okay. The first condition, for any one of them should be true. Okay. Logical or operator means any one of them should be true. Then only your output, whatever the output is there, output is true. Okay. If one of them is false also, not a problem. At least one of them should be true. Whenever you are applying the or operator, at least one of them should be true. Whereas logical end is there, then all of them should be true. All of them should be true. Then only your output is true. Otherwise, it is going to be false. right? That is with respect to logical operators. Logical or miss anyone, satisfy anyone, either that one or this one. Similar kind of greater than or equal to. What is the meaning of greater than? How you are going to spell this one? Greater than or equal to. We are going to use in English language greater than or equal to, or miss anyone. Either greater than symbol should satisfy or at least equal to symbol should satisfy. Any one satisfy also, overall the output is true only. If none of them satisfies, then the output is false, right? So similar way here also the same. That is, I'm having two conditions, condition number 1 and condition number 2. The first condition, first I'm going to take the first condition. What is the first condition? 1 is greater than 2. 1 is greater than 2 is true or false? False. Or 2 is less than 3, true or false? True. So whenever there is a or operator in between them, any one of them should be true. So out of these two, one of them is true, right? So the output is true. So whereas the same example I'm taking, 1 is greater than 2 and 2 is less than 3. Whatever the example I have taken above, same example I'm taking, this time A and D I'm applying. Instead of or, I'm going with A and D. Now A and D means both of them should be true. So the first condition is true. The second condition, first condition is false. The second condition is true. Both of them should be true only, then only the output is true. Here, one of them is only true, but second one is not true. So it is false, right? So whenever the word of end is there, everything. Or is there means anyone. Okay, either of. Or means either of. End means everything. So this 1 is greater than 2 or 2 is less than 3. So true or false. Here false or true. So you can write like this, true or true. Then output is or condition means any one should be true. The output is true. True or false. Output is true. Because or means any one. False or true. Output is true. False or false. Similarly, true and true. Every condition should be true, right? True and false. False. The output is false. False and true. False and false. Automatically it is false. These logical operators are most useful when you are working on the if and else conditions. Right? Now, so here, not true. So the third one is or, one is and the third one is called as not. What is meant by not means just opposite to the whatever the original one is there. Not means opposite, not equal to. Equal to opposite is not equal to. Similarly here, not true means false, not false means true. Opposite to whatever the opposite one is there. Right? Next, my string is equal to Shiva, where my string is dot alpha, dot is alpha. Dot is alpha means what is alpha? Is alpha means whether everything is alphabet. Is everything is alphabet in my string? Yes, true. This is true. Or my string is alphanumeric. Whether it is alphanumeric? No, false. True or false? Finally, what is the output? So if you execute this particular cell, you get the true. Is that clear? In the given question, if you are having three of them or two of them, both or and end, both of them are there, or end and end, both of them are there. For example, end not you are having, and not and or end and or combination of not and or, three of them are there means, then you have to use the order. This one, this is the order. If you are having more than one logical operator, then the order is first priority you have to give to the not, followed by n, followed by r. So this is one of the example. So 2 is equal to 2, or 3 is equal to 3, and 3 is equal to 4. So in this, if you observe, or and end, both of them are there. So first priority you have to give to the logical end. What is meaning of priority means first these two you have to do. You have to make a box that these two you have to do the first one, and output of this one you have to compare with the others. So now 3 is equal to 3, true, and 3 is equal to 4, false. True and false, which is output is overall output is false. Now this false you have to compare with this one, that is this is true or false. Now overall is true. So you are going to get overall output as true in that way. Is that clear? So first priority you have to give for end. If end and or both are there means first priority for end. This is one of the important question for your Python certification. This is one of the important question for Python certification, because these are the basics. If you understand the basics only, the advanced part you can write. Otherwise, we can't. Next one is identity operators. Identity operators, what they do is they'll check whether both of them are indicating to the same object. Means indirectly it is checking the ID of the first one is equal to ID of the second one. It is checking with respect both of them are identical. Identical means both of them are having the same object, not value. Object also should be the same. Whether both of them are indicating to the same object only, it will return the output as true. If both of them are not indicating to the same object, it will return to the false. So automatically here we are having two options in identity operators. One is and second one is not. Is means it is going to check whether both of them are identical. Means it is going to check whether both of the objects, whatever the IDs of both of the objects are there, both of them are same or not. Object of the first one and object of the second one, IDs are same or not. IDs are same means both are indicating to same object. Then only if this condition satisfies only, it will give the true. Otherwise, it will give the false. Whenever you are using the word called as is, automatically it indicates with respect to checking with the same object. So A is equal to 5. A is equal to 5 means it is going to create a 5 with A. B is equal to 5. Already 5 is there. So for the same object, B will be taken. Now A and A is B, whether both of them on the same object or different objects. Same object. So A is B means both of them are same object. So the output is true. If both of them are different objects, then it is going to return the false. Example is this one. So where S1 is equal to small Satish, SITH, small s, whereas S2 is equal to caps lock S. This is a different value. For different value, a different object will be formed. That is Satish, caps lock Satish we are having. S2. Now whether S1 is equal to S2, whether both of them are indicating to the same object, S1 and S2 are indicating to same object. No, both of them are different objects. So the output is false. So indirectly it is going to check the ID of A. So if you want to, you can check ID of S1. ID of S1 and similarly ID of S2. You can see ID of S1 and ID of S2. Since both of them are different objects, address are different. So that is the reason. Is means checking whether both of them are same or not. Same is true, opposite means false. Similarly, we are having is not. Is not means opposite is true, same is false. So now it is checking with respect to A is equal to 6, B is equal to 8. So now A is not equal to B. Yes, A is not equal to B. Who told both are equal? A is not equal to B. Both are different only. So obviously it is true. Is that clear? Is and is not. Done. Next one is called as membership operators. Membership operators means it is going to check whether that person is a member of that one. Okay. So for example, in this class, whether we are having any Mahesh Babu? No, right? So just we are asking with respect to whether the Mahesh Babu is the member of this class or not. Whether Mahesh Babu in class, in, not in. We are having two options. In means whether he is a member. If he is a member means it is going to return the output as true. If it is not in means it is going to return the output as false. Whether in this class any Kumar is there? Starting or ending? Kumar. Anyone has Kumar? Yes. So the output is true. Right? That is common. At least one person should be there. Minimum. Minimum guarantee. Right? So Kumar in class. Kumar in SRK class. The output is true. Mahesh Babu. That to Gatamneni Mahesh Babu in SRK class. Miss false. Is not available. In miss with respect to it is checking whether it is a member of that class or not. In miss checking with respect to member. Right? So A is equal to Venkatesh, ESH. This is called as substring. It is applying this substring whether it is available in the main string or not. In the backend, automatically it is applying the find function only. Find. It is applying the find. So just it is checking whether it is available or not. If the output is available means it is going to give the true. If its output is not available means false. ESH is available in the main string. Yes, it is available. So it is going to return the output as true. For example, SEH, whether it is available in the main string. SEH, combination of S, separate S, separate E, separate H. It is not going to do like that. This entire thing should be available in the main one. Complete as it is should be available, including the case sensitive also. Okay. For example, in this class, Kumar is available. That two small letters Kumar is there. But if I'm asking whether caps lock Kumar, K caps lock, and this one, if I ask means this is not there. Right? Case sensitive also. So it is going to check as it is, whether as it is available in the main one or not. So in the main one, it is not available means it is going to return the false. Right? So here list means generally I have told you earlier in the strings as a basic part where list is multiple values. It is going to store the multiple values where the values are separated by commas. So value 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this, you are having the values which is represented in the square brackets. So now this is the list. One is available in the given list. In the given list, one is there. Yes, it is available means true. 9 is not in the A. So in the given A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 is not in A. Yes, it is not in A. So output is true. Is that clear? So these are called as membership operators. So once again, all the operators I'm writing here. Arithmetic. The first one is arithmetic operators. Okay, the arithmetic operators is the first one, where I'm having the symbols like first one is plus, minus, multiplication, division. While division, remember this one will returns the float. This is important point in this. And float division, modulo, exponent, and parenthesis. So these all comes under arithmetic operators. Next one comes under assignment operator. Assignment operator. In the assignment operators, we are having only one and only, which is called as equal to. By default, we are having only one. Okay. So plus is equal to, minus is equal to, these are all secondary. Basically equal to. Only one only we are having, that is equal to. Equal to is the assignment operator. This is the only one. Assignment operator is only one. Whether if you are assigning A is equal to true means, it is going to assign true to the A. If you are assigning B means, it is going to assign the whatever the value, right? So here we are having only one. Assignment operator is equal to. Next one we are having is comparison operators. Next operators are comparison operators, where in the comparison operators we are having double equal to, not equal to, greater than, equal to, less than equal to. These 6 comes under comparison operators. Next one is logical operators. Within the logical operators, we are having the first one called as or and not. These are the 3 of them, where it is going to return the output either true or false. It is going to return either true or false. This will also return either true or false only. Whereas this one will return the output as numerical value, because it is going to do some kind of mathematical operations. After mathematical operations, the output will be true, numeric only. Okay. Whether if you do with respect to true plus true also, the output will be 2 only. The output will get with respect to numerical value only. You can't get a Boolean operator as the output when you are applying the arithmetic operators. So surely you have to get only the numerical values. And this one is with respect to true or false only. This one also true or false. And next operator is called as identity operators. Identity operators, where we are having identity operators like is and is not. Is and is not. This also returns the true or false as the output. Next one is membership operators. Next one is membership operators, where the membership operators also in, not in, not is not, not is in not, not in not, not in. Right? Here it is not, here it is not in. Not in, where it also gives the true or false as the output. Is that clear? So the meaning of arithmetic operators is to do the mathematical operations. The meaning of arithmetic operators is mathematical operations, doing the mathematical operations. Okay, we have to do the mathematical operations. Next, comparison operators. Assignment operators means assign the value to variable. Assign value to variable. Comparison operators means compare between values. Compare between values, not between the data types. Logical operators means check the conditions, whether all the conditions are satisfying as per the operator. Checking conditions. Logical operators comes under checking conditions. Checking conditions based on requirements. If it is or means based on or. If it is and means based on n. Checking the condition comes under logical operators. Identity operators means whether it checks as both of them are having the same object. Checks whether both the values indicates the same object. Checks whether both values indicate to same object or not. They're identical or not. Both objects are identical or not. Membership means check value is available or not. Is available or not. It is going to check whether that value is available. Whatever the value you are asking, that value is available in the main one. Main part, it is available or not. So these are the different types of operators which we are going to use in the data science. Apart from data science, in the Python, we are having the bitwise operators that we are not going to use here. Any kind of bitwise operators or other different types of operators, none of them we are going to use in the data science. In data science, we are going to use only these kind of operators, right? So bitwise operators, if I explain also, since there is no use, it is waste of memory to save that one, right? If there is more time for us in the future, we'll discuss. Okay, as of now, there is no time for us for discussing unimportant things in the class. Okay, if you are especially interested in that learning of that one, means that is your choice. You can learn as per your choice. Or still, no, sir, I want to become as a Python developer, but I will sit in your class only, means I can't do anything. Then I can't do anything. Your interest is Python developer, but I will sit in the data science course, means you can't apply the logic, but I know the logic. Okay. So this class is for data science, not for the Python developer. But guys, once again, I'm saying this is most important one. So Python, statistics, machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, computer vision. That deep learning, natural language processing, and computer vision, these three of them are called as artificial intelligence, SQL, and Tableau. So these are the things which we are going to cover in this particular data science course. So particularly only if you know only Python, you are called as Python developer. If you know only statistics, you are called as statistician. You are called as statistician. In IT industry, you are called as stats modeler. Stats modeler works only on statistics. If you know ML, you are called as ML engineer. If you know with artificial intelligence, any one of them, if you know DL means DL engineer, NLP means NLP engineer, computer vision means computer vision engineer. If everything means AI engineer. SQL means SQL developer. Tableau means Tableau developer. If you know data science, we are eligible for all these things, means then these roles will not be there. Then in industry, only data science role will be only there. Then all these roles they have to delete. They have to keep only data science role on. There should not be any Tableau developer role. There should not be jobs on Tableau. There should not be jobs on SQL. There should not be any jobs on ML. There should not be any jobs on stats modeler. There should be job only on data science only. Data scientist only Python developer. Data scientist only SQL developer. Data scientist only Tableau developer means. Then why to create separately these roles in IT industry? So here we are going to use each of them, whatever we required according to that for doing the analysis part. For doing the analysis and to predict the model, for whatever we required, we are going to use each of them. We are not directly the ML engineer, or we are not directly the SQL developer. If you feel that by learning the data science course, I'll become the future SQL developer, means this is not the right course. Not only this one, none of the data science course is not the right course for you. Okay. So if you want to become as a Python developer or website designer or something, means this is not the right course. For those roles, separate courses are there separately. Okay. Is that clear, guys? So this is end of the operators, and next concept. Let us get into the next concept. Now, the next concept we are going to start is conditional statements, right? Yes. Operators, if you are having multiple operators, like different operators we are having, so that operators precedence, if different operators we are having in the single one, then the order we have to follow is, first one is arithmetic, followed by comparison, followed by membership, followed by identical, then logical, and followed by last one is assignment. Means once the right side part, everything is completed, then only the left side part we are going to assign. Assignment operator comes under last. Once everything right side part is completed, then we have to assign to the left. Right? Now for this, can you tell the answer, please? So here I'm having the parenthesis, which is nothing but arithmetic operators. Next, greater than symbol, which is nothing but comparison operators. Or operator, which is nothing but logical operator. Equal to symbol, which is nothing but assignment operator. So in this given question, total 4 operators are there. 4 different operators are there. So can you tell the answer of this one? So first one is arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators means first you have to complete the brackets, whatever the brackets are there. So first bracket, inside the bracket, automatically comparison is there. So 1 is greater than 2, that is, which is false. False are, again, this bracket. 3 is greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to means either greater than or equal, true. And 5 is less than 4, which is false. Now, once the arithmetic operators are completed, comparison operators are automatically completed. Now, next one is logical operators. So logical, within the logical, logical not, logical and logical or. So first these two you have to apply, which is true and false. False. Now false or false. False. Overall it is false. Now this false will be assigned to the B. Finally, the B is equal to false. And in the next line, I'm asking print B. What is there in the print B, miss? Print B is nothing but false. It is going to print false. Is that clear? So assignment operators will store either numeric or Boolean, whatever it is. Assignment operators, finally, it will store anything. Whereas arithmetic operators will return only the output as, with respect to called as only numerical values. Is that clear, guys? Done. Next one is conditional statements. Let us get into the next concept called as conditional statements. Now, the next concept we are going to discuss called as conditional statements. Take the heading as conditional statements. Conditional statements. Conditional statements means they are going to work on the condition. They are going to work based on the condition. So whatever the condition is there, it is going to work on the condition. So here we are going to discuss a concept called as block of code. Write the word called as block of code. What is meant by block of code? Block of code means set of lines of code. Set of lines of code. Okay. Work together or not work together. Either work together or they will not work together. They are together. They are called as set. They are called as one set. For example, here I am having lines of code. For example, these are the 5 lines of code. Assume. Okay. Each line, whatever the line I have drawn like this is assume that line of code. Total 5 lines of code are there. Either these 5 lines of code will execute. If first line is executed, means all the 5 lines will be executed. If first line is not executed, means all of the lines will not be executed. Execute means all of them execute. Not executed means all of them will not be executed. Okay. So these 5 lines of code or like this, whatever the set of lines of code is called as block of code. Example, here it is 5 lines. Might be 2 lines, might be 1 line, or might be 4 lines. Now, how we can know whether they are block of code or separate? For example, I'm having like this. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 30, print A, B, C. Whether they are block of code or separate. How I can know that one? Means the block of code is separated by indentation. Indentation means by using the tab space. You have to give the tab space. If the same thing was given with respect to like this tab space, okay, they have given with a tab space, then okay, then it is called as block of code. If they have not given the tab, means they are not called as block of code. They are called as normal line of code. Okay, whichever the block of code is there, that will be separated by a tab space, which is called as indentation. Indentation. Okay, indentation. So this indentation is going to separate. So here the block, the code is executed. So here conditional statements. Now how the conditional statements works means there will be some condition. There will be some condition. One condition will be there. If this condition is true means you have to execute this block. If the condition is false means you should not execute the block. Simple. Condition true means execute. Condition false means don't execute. Okay. Execute means execute the entire block. Otherwise, if it is the condition failed means simply ignore that block of code. Ignore. Ignore means don't execute. Execute means completely execute or don't execute completely. Either do anything completely, not partial, right? So here we are having like one of the example is if and I am writing the condition, one condition, choice is yours. The syntax is like this. If and condition, keep a colon. Once you keep a colon, automatically the next line will have the indentation. Whenever there is a colon, the next line will come automatically indentation. Okay. Now this indentation, now you write the block of code. Whatever the block of code you want, write the block of code. If and write the condition. Now, whenever you're writing the condition like this, where if is small if, you have to write in the small if. Now, whenever this condition, whatever the condition is there, if the condition is true, then execute the block of code. Execute block of code. Inside the block of code, whatever the lines are there, execute them. Whatever it is there, execute. Inside that, whatever it might be, anything might be, whatever it is there, you have to execute. If the condition is false, simply ignore. Don't touch that block. Inside that block, most important thing is there also, simply ignore. Don't touch that one. Come outside the block. Is that clear? So if the condition is true, means execute. If the condition is false, means simply ignore. That block was not given in the code. The block was erased. If you erase also, no problem. Simply if erase also the same answer, right? It is equivalent to, it is not there, right? Now here the syntax for if condition, the syntax is if the condition, you are going to write one condition and the colon. This is the syntax. You have to write in this way. If you have to use small letters I if, and you have to write the condition. If you write multiple conditions, condition 1, condition 2, condition 3, if you are writing multiple conditions, in between the multiple conditions, you should keep the logical operator. Logical or logical end. Any one you have to keep. When you are writing the multiple conditions, in between them, logical or logical not should be there. And the output of this condition, whatever you are writing here, it should give the output either true or false. If you execute only separately this one, copy this one separately and execute only this one separately, it should give either true or false. The output should be true or false. If, for example, it is true miss only, it will execute the code. If it is false miss, it will ignore the code. But for example, you have written like this. If 1 plus 2, you have written like this. What is the meaning of 1 plus 2? 1 plus 2 is 3. It is not either true, it is not either false. So it is not going to work. It will throw an error. If conditions works only on the Boolean operator. If condition, if will work only with the side part of the if, whatever you have written. If the output of that condition is true means true. If it is false means ignore. It will not work for this one. Okay, for numerical values, it is not going to work. If you want to convert this numerical value to Boolean means bool of. If bool of 1 plus 2. Bool of 1 plus 2 means bool of 3. Bool of 3 means some value is there. So it is automatically true. It is going to execute as true and it will continue the block of code. But if you ask only if 1 plus 2 miss, it will throw error. So the side of if, whatever you are going to write here, this part should be with respect to output should be true or false. So generally what we are going to use either one with respect to comparison operators or logical operators, identity operators or membership operators. Using these 4 operators, we are going to write the if conditions. Is that clear? So immediately once you learn the operators and again if you learn the if conditions, it will be easy to understand, right? So now here whatever we are having, if 1 is less than 2, if 1 is less than 2, this is true or false? It is true. Since it is true, execute the if block. Inside the if, whatever is there, execute that one, whether it is 1 line or 2 lines or 40 lines or 50 lines or infinite number of lines, whatever it is, there is no limit on the lines. Just this is called as block of code. Now here print Siva is there. So execute the print Siva. So for example, I'm writing this one. Just remove this part, only this one. So it is going to execute the Siva. It is going to print. For example, this condition is false. Is 1 is greater than 2. You have written like this. If 1 is greater than 2, automatically this output of this one is false. If false means what it has to do? It has to ignore. It will ignore, not the error. Ignore. Ignore means nothing will be printed. Here nothing will be printed. It is going to ignore that one. If for example, this is deleted, what it is going to print? The same way it is printing. Nothing will be printed, nothing will be printed. Simply in the back end, it is deleting that part. If it is false means just it is ignoring or deleting. Simply it is deleting. That part is deleted. Okay. So if the condition is true only, it is going to execute the block of code. Now here, print ds. I have written the print ds. Now what happens? If the condition is true or false, first it is going to check true or false. Condition is 1 is greater than 2, which is false. The condition is false. So just it is going to ignore. Once you execute the code, it is just ignoring and it is not going to print anything. For example, the same thing I'm writing, 1 is less than 2. It is true. Since the condition is true, it is going to execute the if block. Inside the if block, what is there? These 2 lines of code is there. So these 2 lines of code, it is going to execute. That is Siva and ds. Okay. Print ds. So these 2 lines will be printed. Is that clear? Done? Sir, now for example, I'm writing this one outside, sir. Not inside, outside. Now outside I'm writing like this. Then what happens? This is considered as the block of code. This is considered as a normal line of code. First, this part will be executed. After this part, now it will come to the third line. The third line empty. So it will come to the fourth line. The fourth line, irrespective of if block, it is going to print whether the if condition is true or false, it will print. If the if condition fail also, it will print. So just I'm trying like this. 1 is less than 2. True or false? True. True means execute the if block. If block is executed, that is Siva is executed. After that, once this block is completed, the entire block is completed. Now it will come down. Print ds is there. So ds will be printed separately. Now, for example, the same example, 1 is greater than 2. Now in this example, this is false. If false, what is meant by if false? Ignore the block of code. It will ignore. Ignore means delete. Now it will come to the third line, empty. Fourth line, print ds. Print ds is part of if, other out of the if. It is out of the if block. So it is going to print. Irrespective of if block, it will print. It is not depending on the if block. right? So now within the if block, I have not given the indentation. Assume like this. Okay, I have not given the indentation. Within the if block, I have not given the indentation. It will throw an error called as indentation error. Indentation error means you have not given the indentation. After the colon, whatever you are writing the next line, it should be with indentation. Without indentation, you can't write. It is going to throw an indentation error. Whenever you are using a colon, that is if, and after that colon, immediately the next line should be with indentation. Sir, I'm not writing even one line of code, sir. If I have written, but no line of code. Minimum one line of code is compulsory. Otherwise, again, it will throw the error. Minimum one line, maximum infinite. Minimum one line you have to write, that too with indentation you have to write. That too with indentation only you have to write. Minimum one line you have to write, that too with indentation only you have to write. So then only it is going to work. Otherwise, it will throw the error. So whenever it is matching the syntax, if the syntax is proper, now it is going to execute the code. That is with respect to whether it is false means ignore the code. If it is true means execute the code. Is that clear? If block is clear, if block, how if will work? Now, if 1 is greater than 2, if 1 is greater than 2, now it is condition is true or false. So it is 1 is greater than true, which is false. So false means simply ignore. So now it is going to throw an error, or whether it will give the empty output. It is going to give the empty output. This is the question given in the certification exam. These are the basic questions in certifications they will give. Exclusively for Python certification, not for data science certification. Okay. So now 1 is greater than 2, print high and print Siva. This print Siva is out of the if block. Now, if I execute this particular cell, what is the output? Siva. Because why? First 1 is greater than 2, it is going to check. Since this is false, ignore the if block. If block only ignored, not the entire cell. Block is ignored. It will come out of the block and next line is common. It will continue with the next line. That block is ignored. Third line is empty. Empty means in Python, there is no problem, empty lines. So it will ignore that empty line also. Fourth line, print Siva. So print Siva will be work. Print Siva is not part of the if block. So it is separate. So it is printing separately. It is clear? Done, guys? So example number 1, where the condition satisfied. Example number 2, where condition has failed. Example number 3, with one more line as out of the if block. Right? Similarly, if and else. Now, if, we have to write condition or conditions. Condition or conditions. If multiple conditions are there, means and or operator you have to use. Whenever you are considering multiple conditions. Right? And you have to keep a column. And you have to write a block of code. Now, let us assume you want to go for this Pongal holidays. For Pongal holidays, you want to book your tickets. Okay, you want to book your tickets for your holidays to go to your hometown. Your first option is to book your with respect to train ticket. If train ticket is not available, if train ticket is available, you will book the train only. If train is not available, then you are going to book the bus. Assume this is the scenario. Now in this scenario, when you are going to book the bus, if the condition is failed, for example, if already the train tickets are available, then why you'll check the bus tickets? You'll not check the bus tickets, right? You'll check the bus tickets only if the train tickets are not available. So the same thing I'm writing here. First one is if train, else bus. So first it is going to check the train ticket, whether the train ticket is available. If the train ticket is available, means execute if block only, ignore the else part. If this is not available, ignore this one and execute the else part. Any one should be executed. So in the else, you don't need to write the condition also. Automatically, if this is failed, means automatically this is the option. Second option is this one only. Assume you are having only 2 options. Don't say that, sir, I will book flight ticket. That will be next example. As of now, I'm having only two only. One is plan A and plan B. I'm having only 2 plans. One is train and bus. Only 2 options I'm having. Assume this is the condition. For the first one, you have to take if, and the second one, you have to take else. Automatically else. When the else part will be executed, means if the if condition failed. If the if condition is executed, else part will not be executed. It will ignore. Any one of them will be ignored. One of them will be executed. Right? So here, if you observe here, the syntax is first if and you have to write the condition and keep the colon and write the body of if. That is nothing but block of if. Else and keep the colon and write the else body. That is nothing but block of code of else. Now, either this one or this one. First, it will check this condition. If this condition is true, means execute the if. If the condition failed, means execute automatically else. No need to check the condition. Automatically execute. Automatically by default, you have to execute. So here it is going to check the condition. If it is true, means execute the body of if. If it is false, means execute the body of else automatically. This is the flow chart, right? And once the if and else is completed, come down. That is normal. In the next line, whatever it is there, if multiple lines are there, just come to the next line. That is normal. There is no special in that. Okay. So first, it is going to have like this program. If 1 is less than 2, 1 is less than 2, true. So condition is true means automatically it is going to execute the if block only. If block is executed, what is the inside the if block? First, print first is there. So it is going to print the first. It will print the first. So since if block is executed, automatically else part will be ignored. Means it is deleted. It is going to ignore the else part. And after ignoring the else part, it will come to the next line. Next line, again print ds. This is neither if block, neither with respect to else part. It is normal line. So normal line, normal only it will execute. It is clear? Normal line is not having any problem. Irrespective of if and else, it is a normal line. Just you are coming off, first this is called as block of code. This is called as block of code. After the entire block of code, you are coming down. Right? Now, here, for example, this condition is failed. The same thing, opposite way. Just condition was failed. So if 1 is greater than 2, 1 is greater than 2 means automatically it is false. False means if part will be ignored. If part is ignored means automatically else should be printed. If else is written means else should be printed. If else is not written means not. Nothing. It is not compulsory to write else, right? I have shown you separately only if also. Now I am showing with respect to if and else. This is when you are having only one plan with you. This is, for example, you want to go to your Pongal holidays if the train ticket is available. For example, train ticket is not available, then no Pongal holidays, sit in the home. This is called as if. This is called as if. If the train ticket is available means go. No train tickets means cancel the program. Simply sit. Right? This is called as if. You are going to have only one thing and that one only you are going to check. Train or bus. Two options you are having. This is called as if and else. First you will try with train. Second, automatically you will book the bus. Okay. Now, next third option we are having is train, bus. If bus also not available, but we want to go compulsory means general ticket of train. If 10,000 people are there also, they'll give the tickets, right? So that is not a problem. Never it will be completed. Okay. So general ticket with respect to, right? So here this is called as if, this is called as elif, this is called as else. If you are having more than two conditions, we are going with the elif. Right? Sir, no, sir. I can't go with the general ticket, sir. I have to book the reservation only. If the reservation is available only, I will go. Otherwise, I will not go. If, elif, stop here only. Else is not there. In the both the cases, first it is going to check the this reservation of train reservation, bus reservation. If both of them are not there, means no Pongal holidays. Sit in the home. Right? If everything is filled, means what we can do. Right? So simple, the same way. So here, with respect to if, first if, it is going to check the condition. If else part is written means automatically if it is failed, what is the meaning of else means? If part was failed, if condition failed, if condition failed, then execute else automatically without asking any condition. Without asking anything, automatically you execute that one. By default, you have to execute. Is that clear? Done. So here, for example, take a variable x. They are asking a program to write a program that is comment. I have written in the comment. Take a variable x and print even if the number is divisible by 2. Otherwise, print odd. If it is getting divisible by 2, means print even. Otherwise, print the odd. So first, what I'm going to do? First, I'm asking the take a variable x means and store the value. So I'm going to take x because the question was given x. So I have to consider x variable only. X is equal to ask the user to enter the value. So input of enter the value, enter the number. Now, whatever the number they have entered, by default, it is a string. So string should be converted to int means int of. You should not start from here. First, you have to start this one, followed by you have to write the int word. No need to directly write the int only. Okay. See, again, one of the most important, most of the students will think that they have to write the program from the starting exactly in the sequential order. It is not like that. For example, here they ask to take a variable x means first I will write variable x and take a value. So I'm going to take a value input. Now take a value. What value? Number. He has to take the numerical value. So I'm going to ask the user to enter the number. Based on my understanding, I'm going to write the code. Okay. And after entering the number, he is going to enter the number. Whatever the number is there, it is going to be the string type. So it has to be converted to int, miss int of. Now, whatever the number is there, int is there. Now, if this number is divisible by 2, how I can know whether it is divisible by 2, whether it is that number is divisible by any other number, miss the modulus should be 0. Whatever the modulus is there, that remainder is 0, miss automatically that number is divisible. Okay, for example, 25 is there. 25 is divisible by 5 or not, miss? First, we have to divide with 5. If the remainder gets 0, the floor division, that is modulo value directly it is 0, miss, then it is called as divisible. For example, you are asking with 7. Okay, 7 into 3, 21, 4. 4 is the remainder. So the modulo is not with, the remainder is not equal to 0. Since the remainder is not equal to 0, 25 is not divisible by 7. So divisible, whether it is divisible or not, miss the modulo should be equal to 0. So for even number, it is divisible by 2. So I'm writing 2 and colon. If this condition is satisfied, then it is called as even number or odd number. Even number. So I'm going to write print even. What even? Number even. So number I want to print means what is number? X. X is even. I'm writing like this. X is even. If it is not divisible by 2, automatically it is odd number only. So no need to write the condition for that separately. So print odd. What odd? X is odd. X is odd. So you want X is odd means you write X is odd. Only odd means write only odd. As per your choice. Now X is odd means clearly that number is odd. It will be clear. Right? If you want to write the number, X is a even number. If you want to write clearly means write the word clearly. X is even number. X is odd number. As per your choice, you are going to write it. Right? Now here, just the same code where I'm going to execute that one. Enter the number. I'm entering the 25. So now 25 is divisible by 2. Divisible by 2 is equal to 0. Here arithmetic operator is there, comparison operator is there. If both of them are there, first arithmetic operator. So arithmetic operator of 25 modulo 2 means output is 1. 1 is equal to 0. So it is false. The output is false. Since output is false, it is going to ignore the if block. Now it will come out of the if block next line else. It will check in the else. Oh, else is they have written the word of else means automatically if the if block is failed means execute the else part. Else part is X is odd number. That is 25 is odd number. It is going to print in this way. The Python will work in that way, line to line, letter to letter. For example, you have started directly with else without writing the if. It is going to throw an error because else will work only of the if condition. Without if condition, else will not work. So we can't start with the else. Else meaning of else only if the if condition is failed. Without checking the if condition, how you can write the else? First if condition has to be checked. Is that clear? Now here, similarly, a comma b comma c comma d is equal to 2 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. So automatically it is going to assign a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2, c is equal to 3, d is equal to 4. Now here, if a is equal to b and c is equal to d, two conditions are there. When two conditions are there or more than one condition is there, you have to use either or and, any one of them. So a is equal to b, that is 2 is equal to 2, which is nothing but true, or C is equal to D, that is nothing but 3 is equal to 4, false. True or false, overall output is false. False means ignore the if block. Execute the else part. In the else part, what is there? Print def. So it is going to, 2 is equal to 2 means true. True or 3 is equal to 4, which is false. True or false, which is true. So answer is true means it is going to execute the if block. It is going to ignore the else part. So the output is ABC. It is going to print ABC. Right? First, you write the program output in your notes and later you enter the execute the code. First, you write the output in the notes. Write the output in the notes. After writing the output in the notes, now you execute the Python code. This code output and your output, if both of them matching means you are understanding the topic. If both of them are opposite means you have not understand. You have to repeat. Repeat means not the same example. Repeat the topic. Okay. So here we are not going to understand the examples. Understanding example is different. Understanding the concept is different. You are not understanding the example. You are understanding the concept. For understanding the concept, we are taking randomly some examples. Choice is yours. You can select as per your choice your examples. We are not learning the examples. We are learning the concept. Focus on the concept, not on the example. If you focus only on the example means that example will be clear. But when you are executing a new program, it will be difficult for you. Sir, whatever you are explaining, it is very clear, sir. But when we are trying something new one, we are not able to get the correct answer, sir. Miss, what is the problem? You are understanding the example. The problem is you are understanding the example. That is the reason example is clear. If you understand the concept, if concept is clear, in the future, whatever the examples you are trying, everything will be clear. Okay, done. So remaining part we'll continue in the tomorrow's class.